Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my recent beauty favorites. I think I skipped last month and just been kind of doing them whenever rather than like monthly. I've kind of been doing them when I actually have some favorites to talk about or have enough. So a lot of it is skincare today, but a few makeup items. So let's first start with the makeup items. Number one, this Pat McGrath her Lust Gloss, lip gloss, in the color Astral. It's what I have on today. The texture of these is really beautiful. I have it on top of a lipstick. Or I have the lipstick down below in the description box. But it's just gorgeous. Very creamy, not too sticky. The color is a nice color to wear over things, nice color to wear alone. It has like a little bit of shimmer. I don't know, I've been loving it. It's a gorgeous gloss for the fall. I mean, because it's gonna be good any time of the year, but over top of fall lip colors like the one I have on today. In fact, the lip color I have on today is a Pat McGrath color. I think it's like Donatella. So the two pair beautifully together. And I rediscovered this. I pulled it out the other day when I wanted a red lip. I'll link the Instagram post of me wearing it. And it's by Chanel. It's one of their Rouge Allure inks. The color is Libera. I'll put it down below, Libera, or something like that. And this is the color. Gorgeous red. Not too orange. It's a little orange, but not exceptional, like not too much. And I love the formula. I know a lot of you are kind of mixed about this formula because I've gotten some feedback over the years. This has been out for a while. And a lot of you have said to me, like, I'm not a huge fan of it, but I do. It's more of an ink. So it kind of dries down. It's like a liquid lipstick that dries down, lasts a very long time. It doesn't dry out my lips, however. So I really absolutely, I love the color, love the formula. I have a few other colors in this. So if you're looking for a new red lip color for the fall, highly recommend this one. Next, this should come as no surprise, the Dior Backstage Foundation. I have it in the shade 1N. I also bought 0N, to be honest. And I've been mixing the two sometimes. And because this can be a little dark, it can oxidize a little bit, but sometimes I add a little bit of the 0N and it makes it perfect. But if I'm using my self-tanner, this is fine. I really love the formula. It's what I have on today. It's a nice matte formula, but not too matte, not too flat. And it just, I don't know, wears all day on me. It's not exceptionally heavy in coverage. I would say it's like a sheer medium. You could get medium coverage if you put on enough and kind of build it up in certain places, but you can definitely sheer it out if you just add a little bit all over the skin. So I just can't say enough good things about it. As we've talked about before, the color range is not that great. That's the only bummer. Constantly with Dior, they make excellent formulas, but the colors are maddening. They're always too orange or too red or too pink or I don't know. It's just very hard. I just don't know where they're getting their color. I don't know where they're getting their colors from. But I can't quit the formulas because they really work well on my skin because my skin sometimes is dry, it's oily, it's combination, it's all over the place. And I just find Dior formulas tend to just work well with my skin and have for years. Like I keep trying new formulas and I'm like, I like this new one. I like this one. I like this one. So I just kind of deal with the color range. All right, the rest are all skincare. I know, I'm going to talk about again the Elemis Pro Collagen Cleansing Balm. It's such a good cleansing balm. This is a brand new one. I have one that I'm almost about to finish. I mean, I just absolutely love this. It's very thick. It's very creamy, very oily. But what I love about it is you don't need a muslin cloth. It takes off makeup very easily. I can get every last stitch of makeup off. It's very hydrating, calming, soothing. My skin feels very plump afterwards. There's no tightness. And I mean, sometimes I like some cleansing balms. If I have to use a muslin cloth with it, it has to be a very good formula. And then sometimes I don't even want to grab a washcloth. I just want to use my cleansing balm, use water to rinse it off. It emulsifies beautifully and be done with it. This is that. It emulsifies to beautiful milk and just rinses right away. They came out with a new limited edition one. Packaging is beautiful. The size is perfection. If you love this cleansing balm, this is a great one to get. A new, to me, cleansing balm and brand that I tried is by Activist. I showed this on my Insta stories. Now this you will need a muslin cloth for. However, the formula is absolutely beautiful. I just need to use just a small amount, but it is, if you really are looking for something that is has a lot of slip to it, you want it, you like cleansing balms that are very hydrating, very oily, very greasy, it's almost creamy how smooth this is. I don't know if you can see it. Literally looks like a salve. Do you know what I'm saying? Like the rosebud salve or something, like an old time salve that you would get at like an apothecary. That's truly what this looks like. This is, I just need a small amount to like, and I've used it to remove makeup. I like it more as a second cleanse because it is a treatment, like a pampering treatment. It's very smooth. You kind of massage it in and I leave it on for maybe like a minute and then I use a warm washcloth to take it off and my skin is it just feels cocooned in, I've been using that word lately because I think about that when I have a skincare product that really almost envelops my skin in moisture and just goodness. And I fell in love with this. They have a cleansing oil, which I have not tried yet, but the cleansing balm really hooked me from the get-go. I've had many of you ask me to review this because I showed this on my Insta story, so I can finally give you my thoughts on it. The SK2 Overnight Miracle Mask. And I showed it on my Insta stories when it first arrived. They come in these little pods, and I love it. It literally is like a mask of the essence into a mask form that you can wear overnight. Now, a little pod lasts me probably 3 applications. So that's what I love about it. I mean, maybe you would, sorry, my hair's getting in the way. Maybe you would get only 1 application for it if you really slather it on. I like to just use a little bit and apply it. And I use it at night as my last step. And it doesn't stay tacky on the skin. It's a very thin, lightweight texture, and you just put it on and my skin wakes up and it's very hydrated, smooth, glowing, even, all the great stuff that you get from the SK2 sheet mask or the facial treatment essence. I feel like it all delivers the same results for me. My skin just looks very balanced, very even, very healthy, very fresh. And so if you love the sheet masks, which I do, and I've actually been back to these, I mean, they pull your skin together like that. If you have an event to go to, like I said before, you have somewhere fancy to go, something important happening, and you're like, I need something to get my skin together before I put on my makeup and go out for the night or go out to my event. Use this. The sheet masks are like no other. I actually shared on my Insta stories, I don't know if any of you took advantage of it, but Nordstrom was price matching on a lot of beauty products. Like I said, if you don't follow me on Instagram, a lot of times on Insta stories, I'll throw up these last minute sales that I find. And they were doing 15% off of the facial treatment essence and the sheet masks, which, 15% off of a larger priced item, it can really make a difference. If they're still doing it, I'll link it below. If not, like I said, if I ever see it again, I'll throw it up on my Insta stories. But the overnight mask is almost like the sheet mask, but overnight. It's not as wet. It's like so it won't get all over your pillow and it doesn't leave your skin tacky or whatnot, but it's absolutely beautiful. All right, where am I going next? Oh, the Drunk Elephant Protini. Guys, I love this. You guys said it's a mixture of the Lala Retro Whipped Cream and the Hydrogel, and it is. It's just it's like a medium weight moisturizer. It's just lovely on the skin. My skin loves it. Doesn't make my skin too oily. It helps when it's feeling dry. It's just an all-around great, it has lots of other things in it. It's concentration of peptides, growth factors, amino acids. So there's lots. It helps to target tone, texture, firmness. It's an all-around great basic moisturizer that targets maybe moisturizing and hydration, but also some anti-aging concerns. And it's not as thick as a Lala Retro Whipped Cream, but it's wonderful. I love it. And if you haven't seen it, you kind of just press it like this. You press the little top and it comes out the top there. So I love that. I think Kate Somerville does that too. And I really like that application. That way you don't have to like kind of dig your fingers in. Yes, the Sicily Anti-Aging Hydration Booster. It's really beautiful. You can use it as a serum. You can use it as a lightweight lotion. You can add it into pretty much any routine, any skincare routine you have. It really does a fantastic job of just adding in tons of moisture to the skin. I find on the scale, I did a video on my favorite no muss, no fuss hydrating serums. And so I will go ahead and link that below. But this one, this fell into the very heavy hydrating category. Not heavy in texture, but I felt that it really gave like a shot of moisture into the skin. And my skin feels very plump, very supple, very buoyant when using it. It's great because you can just slide it in to any routine. It is pricey, so, it has to be, I know many of you are Sicily fans and look for more luxury skincare products for whatever reason. But I truly think this is absolutely fantastic. I tried the anti-aging hydration lotion. I'll link it below. But I liked the booster a little bit better. The lotion was really nice, but I loved the booster. I really thought you could almost get both in one with the booster because it's that lightweight gel texture. So it could be if you have oily skin and you don't like a heavy moisturizer, something like that is great. Or if you have drier skin and you want to layer it into things. Just wonderful. And then finally, is this the last product? Yes, it is the last product. I've gone back to, now you guys know I've used the Ren Bio-Retinoid Anti-Aging Cream for years. Been talking about it. It is the one skincare product, in addition to the oil, that I'll never be without. Like I can never not have one in my cabinet. If I don't, I'll have to go out and immediately purchase one. I always like to have a backup because it's just, they have that one skincare product. It's almost like your comfort blanket or whatever. It's like a safety because it helps me with everything. Breakouts, tone, texture, moisturizing the skin. It's just that product that kind of does everything for me and my skin responds to. It's also, the cream is the #1 selling product on my blog because I've been talking about the longest. But I started, I tried the oil a few years after I tried the cream and I love the oil. So I've gone back to the oil recently just because I've kind of been into face oils recently and I have just been, tired at night. And so I just sometimes want just a quick product to put on. Sometimes I'll cleanse, tone, and then just put on a face oil. And the difference in the two really is just texture. I like them both. I find that I get the same results pretty much with both. I don't find that one is necessarily more concentrated than the other. I think it comes down to texture, first of all, which you like better. I think some people really love a face oil. I think also using them together, I've gotten great results using them together. I use the cream and then I follow it with the oil. But if you are a fan, I know many of you are a fan of the Bio-Retinoid line, switch it up. Get the cream one time, get the oil the next time. In fact, great news, they gave me a discount code. So it's only valid for, I believe, 2 weeks, but I will keep you guys posted as to how much longer you have to get 30% off the oil. So that is a great deal. So I'll put that link below. So if you are interested in trying it, this is the time to pick it up. And it's just, what I wanted to say is, if you're concerned about the retinol aspect, because maybe retinol irritates you or makes your skin flaky or whatnot, it actually contains a natural form of retinol. So it mimics the effects of actual traditional retinol, but it's more of a natural form. I think that's why it's so effective on me. But I can't live without either the cream or the oil, but I've been back to the oil recently because I've just been in a face oil, I don't know, I'm going through a phase, I'm loving face oils. The texture is definitely thicker. So it's not a very thin, runny oil. It definitely has a thicker texture to it. But if you struggle with breakouts, I find, it doesn't necessarily talk about this in their description of the products, but after using it for so many years, I can confidently say that it really helps with breakouts, and I've also got tons of responses from you guys. Great with breakouts, great with tone, texture, helping to even out the skin, helping to brighten the skin. It doesn't target hyperpigmentation as strongly as maybe a real traditional retinol, but you will see a slight evening of the skin tone. If you really want to target like really heavy hyperpigmentation, maybe go for a much stronger retinol. But if you just kind of want to even things out, it's just, I mean, like I said, I will never be without both of them in my routine or in my cabinet, so I can always have them when I need them. And that's it. Those are all my recent favorites. None of these should be a surprise. I've talked about most of these products. I mean, sometimes my favorites videos are just like a regurgitation of recent videos or what I've been talking about on Instagram, but it's what I love. So I can't, these are actually my true favorites. And I'll link everything that I talked about down below. Be sure to check out if you do want to pick up the oil. This is the time, 30% off. I'll put all that down below, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.